Stand up.
My kids look for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, boy, get the red thing. Where is it? The red thing, boy, right there. And then
it could be on fire.
No, it's right there.
I could
Literally.
be pointing at
Good morning, Pamela. Good
They
morning,
don't like
Light
to look
Rider.
at what you pointing at. They
What up, though?
And they'll look over there.
Look at me. Look at what I'm pointing at. Cause they don't like that. They're like, where is Mr. Style? Where is it? Style. Look at where I'm pointing. Look at where I'm pointing, boy.
And that's how I say it,
And,
too.
and my mama used to mess with my mama sometimes. She would tell me to go get something, and then she would. I think my name was supposed to be Clarence, like my dad, and they named me Canton at the last minute. I think she changed her mind, but sometimes she look at me and almost call me Clarence. So let's say if I'm going out the door and she trying to call me to stop me from going out the door, she be like, and then I just keep walking. Boy, you know who I'm calling. And so I would always get the shoe.
That sound like the song I used to do to my
You talking
mom.
about somebody won't look for nothing? KK.
He won't look.
Bruh, KK, where your shoes at? Go find your shoes. They'll go all in the closet.
Yeah. Won't move now.
Yeah. Then I gotta go look for him. I tell you what he do all the time.
What he do?
He do, yeah.
Not what he does.
Yeah. If he do,
That's something
I gotta
different.
make sure he in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's something different.
You talking about he do. I know he do. Don't let him do it in the closet.
Oh, gosh.
What he does, man, he always put his shoes in the dirty clothes. So we be like, where your shoes at, man? You just had the shoes yesterday. Where your school shoes
Y'all
at?
keep bringing the baby home late.
Bruh.
I'm serious. That's a late at night move by a kid, bro.
Bruh, nah, he do it. No, they're not.
They
In the middle
said
of the
what
day.
he do.
Yeah, like kids. If you
Charmaine, what up? Yeah.
I hear the. You gotta turn the TV down, bro.
Yeah, turn the TV down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I got you. I probably this.
That's a
Okay.
messenger
We
move.
good?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we good. Yeah.
Technically sound.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Now, bro.
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all gotta
When?
help me, but I'm not getting the chat on my
Well, we don't send it to you no more.
I'm just saying, no, not that chat. I'm
Oh.
talking about. They don't send me the chat because they feel like I don't respond, people.
Do they
but
feel like you don't respond or don't?
I
or
am
don't
a
respond?
Talking about the
responder.
text?
No, he talking about something else.
No, like I can't get the chat on here.
Go to YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
No, well, then no.
They don't like
It don't matter. It's all good. I'm gonna fix it.
You get the comments?
Nah,
You don't get comments or chat?
I can't get it live.
That's the same thing.
I'm old school with it.
All right.
I
All
can't.
right, can we start? Let's go.
It's all good. I'm gonna fix it, y'all. Don't worry about it, people. Whoever out there, I love you. I love you.
Yo.
I think it's a comment.
What
Oh,
up,
shit.
y'all? It's in the booth. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
I am Messenger.
I'm CantonJones.
Ramona Jones.
Everything came together in the booth. Years later, and we still in the booth. Do a podcast with the interview. Can't even stop what's finna do.
Man, I can't
Got a
get
resume, but it doesn't my team. Got something for the king, something for the queen. And we gotta win a team by the thing. Then we hit them with a bada boom, bada bing.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the old, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time harvest, you gon' see the fruit. Put the kid tank, gotta pull it from the roots. Get the best, get the bag, gotta get the loot. Find another with a preach, we don't need a suit. General in the game, looking for recruits. Let's go now. You know here with Canton Jones and Messenja in the booth podcast.
How could I go with beating on you, bro? Bro. Yeah, man, we got the noble ass looking at the mic.
Let it go over here.
We got the noble ass looking at the
That's your, you hook it up
I
to
ain't
the
got
Bluetooth.
nothing, bro.
The speaker's Bluetooth, yes.
My Bluetooth's off.
Okay.
Yeah, this
I'm
man
just
got
telling you what happened.
the noble ass, bro.
Okay, well, we want to thank you guys for joining us in the booth today. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook, YouTube, and all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcast. Hey.
Yeah. And if you would like,
It was the donuts.
to sponsor
Don't take mine.
or advertise
You can't take mine over.
the show, then hit us at in the booth.
This is making me upset.
G@gmail.
Who checking the Gmail? You?
Yeah. Why you want to check it?
Nope.
Why?
Because that means I got the chicken,
They
so
got the
don't give it to
Noble
them.
checking the internet.
And email.
Yeah, right. Hey, is this in? What spam mean?
Ain't nobody gonna check nothing else.
What spam
I gotta
mean?
check the comments. Check
Yes,
the,
you do such a fabulous
hey,
job.
Hey, chat. Who the only one out of this panel? Talk to him.
Thank
Chat on YouTube.
We
Who's
thank
the
you,
only one on this
Messenger.
panel that be in the
We thank
comments?
you,
Man,
Messenger.
and
I'm
the top
trying.
chat.
I'm trying.
Well, your
Tell
name
them.
is Messenger, so get over it.
Mine won't go.
Right. You spoke it.
You
Your
said
name Messenger.
I'm just saying.
Check the messages.
I'm just saying.
I think somebody was trolling me, and my wife turned the comments off.
No,
on
I
my
didn't. I keep them on so I control
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. That's what
Hashtag
happened.
petty.
You got that hum again. Man.
Hashtag petty.
We got the. That's your speaker.
No,
That's the noble ass right there, boy.
Well, we had an awesome jazz and jokes this past weekend.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
talk about the next one? Because I'm excited already.
You got the flyer.
Yes.
All right. So what's going on?
Listen up.
We have, and also, this Jazz and Jokes will be November 11th. Tickets are $30. Go to CAJOstudios.com, 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 and get your tickets.
It's
right
catchy.
now. Why you laughing?
What was that?
It's going viral.
CAJOstudios.com,
The second one, I was like, wait, did he say that twice?
CAJOstudios.com.
Okay, we
That's how
got
people
it.
remember.
Long stutter, but
But this month, because we're getting closer to Christmas, we're doing 18 and under for free, so that you don't have to try to find somebody
Yes.
to watch the kids.
Just bring the whole family.
Just bring it. You know, if you 19, then you got to pay. 18 and under free. That we're offering. Look at that, all the noble ass equipment. We got hums and all type of stuff that's
Trying
going
to
on.
understand it all.
But this month we have Alexis Spate, singing young lady, Vernon Messam in the jazz quartet. They killed.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them. We got 1KP son.
Yeah.
Coming to turn up out of the
Yeah.
1K family.
We're going to end up having a whole 1K family. at some
And
point.
of course my wife, the lovely Ramona Estelle Jones,
Yeah.
singing raw jazz, boy. Raw jazz.
That don't sound right.
Gospel jazz.
Raw jazz.
She don't like gospel jazz. So I got to give her some.
Gospel jazz.
Raw
And
in it.
then
It's not gospel jazz and jokes.
True.
It's jazz and jokes.
Exactly.
It's not gospel jazz and jokes.
It's jazz and joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you doing, jazz?
Then we got Sean Lockins, comedian Sean Lockins gonna be there.
Yeah.
And the hilarious Small Fire
Yes.
will be in the building. Bro.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she always rips.
Yeah.
And so it's a great time. We had a great time this past weekend. Messenger came with the game.
Come
We
on,
added the
Messenger.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
That brought the energy.
Man, I want to do some kid games next time too. You know,
Yeah, 'cause people were like, come on, ain't no
that
couples.
was last minute.
Well,
no, so I know you
Yeah,
had,
yeah.
you had
We'll do
you
it.
know, couples and
And they were like,
Sexual
everybody
game.
ain't couples.
Yeah.
you know,
It wasn't no sexual
Yeah,
games.
some sexual games.
He did not. Y'all don't come because we having sexual games. That's not it.
Like, man, what you doing, bro? Like, no, you kept asking for couples.
Yeah.
And single people like, man, you need to do some singles game.
So we had singles game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Especially the Price is Right.
Oh, the cost is
Wrong.
correct.
The cost is correct.
The cost is correct. Can you don't want to get sued?
Yeah,
the cost is correct.
Cost is correct. So yeah,
can't.
That's
so
so
make
good.
sure you bring your family out, man. Tickets are $30, but all kids, all of them are free. Cause at the end when we do the turn up, like with 1KP son, or when we did the turn up with Uncle Reese, you know, the kids get to let loose.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the jokes, well, all the jokes everybody could get. You know, so but sometimes it's
Improv killed it,
80.
though.
Yeah, they killed it.
They
They
killed
killed
it.
it all the time.
Yeah, that
Big
junk
shout
is-
out to Como.
That junk is good,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, I want to be able to.
And I've seen
wanna
them
be
3
able to
times,
do
and
that.
every time is
They and
Yeah.
it's always different because the crowd is always
proud to
different.
yeah.
So
But it's
like
good.
they always kill.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to do that. Like just do some improv. You know,
We do it on the show.
like use jazz as a prop.
Why?
Wow, prop.
You know, like
Don't start.
I ain't say nothing about nothing.
You put your hand right at your head.
Exactly.
I did. I don't think her head big. I don't know why y'all keep saying that.
Okay.
But why?
Y'all are dumb. Can you please move on? Please.
I mean, seriously.
Okay.
All right, man. We gotta go. But Small Fire will be interviewing with us tomorrow, so y'all make sure y'all tune in. Small Fire will be interviewing with us tomorrow. So she's been very successful as a comedian, doing her thing. She used to, her mainstream name was Small Fry. Like that. Yeah. And
She just moved the letters.
Yeah. And so she killing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it.
All right, man. Today we talking about refusal to read LGBT books to kids.
Huh.
All right. A California teacher sued her former employer last week after she was allegedly terminated because of her religious objection to reading books to children featuring same-sex couples. In a lawsuit, she claims she was aware of such LGBT-themed material at the Studio City location of the largest child care company in the U.S., but at first had not been required to read them. So at first, they said you ain't have to read them. Or they wouldn't force her to read them. So Parisenkova, I don't know what kind of name this is. Parisenkova.
Help him, Lord.
Well, what that's
So
what
if
name?
Peppa's here,
Peppa Pig? No.
What's the name?
is that you, Peppa?
Yeah, what's the name?
You're right. Parisenkova. Yeah.
That's what I said. Okay.
You spit all over this.
Cam, make sure you mark that mic again.
Get full marks.
Formally requested a religious accommodation from Bright Horizons, which is the name of the school. Instead, Bright Horizons issued a counseling memo with false statements, terminated her life insurance benefits,
Dang.
required her to complete a training in diversity issues, and encouraged her to resign her position.
Where's the
The suit
encouragement?
alleged, I know. Miss Her could not return to work without an accommodation, so Bright Horizons terminated her employment.
Wow.
The question is, well, who's intolerant?
You're
Right. Based on all of that.
Yeah, because the narrative is that she would be intolerant, but it looks like the school is the one that's intolerant.
Yeah, I think the lawsuit is necessary. At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh yeah,
when
definitely.
When it becomes about money, that's one thing that people they're loyal to over everything, and that's that money.
Yeah.
And you start attacking them, so when they're they have an agenda, of course, but if you start suing and winning, because you can't force that on people.
No.
You can't force people to read it. You can't,
Especially when it was never a requirement.
Right. And
Like you got an option. There's a lot of books I can read.
Right, I can read.
Don't tell me
I have to read this book.
one.
Right.
And if you don't read it, then you're gonna go take some classes on tolerance and all that. Like what?
And I'm losing my insurance and all of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my insurance because I choose not to read this book that you're gonna force me to
One
read.
book.
Yeah. All these
Not
books in
even
this library.
forced. I wasn't even required before. That's the weird
Yeah.
part. Like
Yeah, when I
all
signed the
of a
contract to
sudden-
be a teacher.
Yeah.
This is not in my contract to read
Right.
this book.
It
I can read
sounds
what I
like
want
one
to
of
read.
those situations
I
where
would
enough people said something, and now it's like, oh, let me reprimand the teacher instead of just standing on what I said before.
Yeah, this book is not in the curriculum. It's not in the syllabus. It's not there. It's not a mandatory teaching. So therefore, I have the option of what I want to read.
And I have an option as a parent.
Yeah.
You're taking my rights away as a parent. That if I want my kids to listen to that.
Yeah.
We got I guess 2 permission slips.
Yeah.
About them talking about sex education to our kids.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one?
5th grade was sex education, and the other one was, it's called Be Safe. And so making sure, if anybody touching you inappropriately or anything like that, that's for our 7-year-old. So we got these 2 different classes that you sign up.
I said nope.
What?
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I see the,
I
but
understand
I would
what
rather
you're
it
saying.
come from us than the
I don't
school.
know what you telling them.
Look,
Right.
I need to talk to the teacher.
Yeah, I need to know what you're gonna say.
What's your
Right.
standard?
Right.
Like you're the teacher, not the parent.
Yeah,
you're supposed to, you know.
And they, you know, it looks like they mean well.
Right.
But the wrong teacher can
Say go any direction they
Yeah.
want. Yeah, no.
you know, you open the door up for that conversation, and you don't know.
And
the
you're not
standard
there
of the
to
teacher.
guide it through the right way. Yeah.
I need to teach math, English.
Yeah, reading, writing, arithmetic.
Yep.
That's it.
I don't need you to do nothing.
Did they give you a list of what they're gonna talk about, or just
No.
Yeah,
If
see,
they-
that's even more. Even if you like gave me a list of what you're gonna say, I'm still kind of. But if you ain't gonna tell, oh yeah, we're just gonna do a class on set. No.
Yeah, and if they still do it and don't have a way to remove my child, I am suing everybody.
Right. I said no.
Yeah.
That's just like the class.
Because people don't listen until money is involved.
Exactly.
That's like the topic when we were talking the 100 people that got
Except
baptized.
police.
Right, and I felt like that was wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong.
Which one?
Even though
100 people that got
they started
100 kids that got
baptizing.
baptized
Yeah.
without a
Their
permission
parents
slip.
said-
Yeah,
No,
a good
like, even though
intention, good, but hey, you gotta
Yeah, you got to do it
follow
the right
protocol.
way.
I
Yeah.
want to say good intentions don't mean that it's good. Like
Yeah.
what's going on?
Because everybody intentions are different.
Exactly.
And so what might be good intentions on your part, I might say, no,
I don't like that.
That's
Yeah.
bad intentions in our family. And so, no, I just...
And some things we just want to come from us.
Right.
Yeah, but some things I don't want, coming from, I don't feel like that's the school's job to teach, same-sex anything. Like, why are you teaching?
Or sex,
Yeah,
anything.
anything to kids. Like,
Yeah,
why are you even?
Like, why is that even a subject for you?
Yeah.
They feel like there are parents who are not parenting. That's why.
No, okay. There wasn't no. Watch this. When we came up, wasn't no like heterosexual.
Yeah.
Like
There you go.
nothing. It was like it was just a story, or it was just they were just teaching. They
learn
weren't
about
trying
it
to teach kids how to be sex anything with a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't none of that. But now all of a sudden it's let's skip girl and boy. Let's just start talking about girl on girl, boy on boy.
yeah.
Like
No.
no.
No, I never and will never allow my kids to be in.
Yeah, cause yeah.
Because daddy gonna tell you. You know what? Listen, y'all think y'all came from y'all mama's stomach?
Okay, here we go.
Y'all think
here
y'all
we go.
came from y'all mama's stomach?
Y'all ready out there?
Yeah, came from these.
There
That's
it is.
my education.
There it is.
You came from these.
These.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah. That's where you came from, bro. I had you wait. She had you only for 9 months, boy. I had you way longer
Oh
than
my
that.
gosh. Cam, don't laugh.
I had you. You want some sex education?
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
And
something.
that's why you're not teaching the class right there.
But I'm gonna teach mine, and that's what I say. Look, and if your teacher tell you anything else, tell him that your daddy said.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't where babies come from.
No, he gonna be like,
Yeah, no story.
my daddy said I came from
Yeah.
these.
Well, what did he say? Yeah, my daddy said I came from these.
And they'll say it just like that. Just like that.
Yeah.
From where? These.
Like my daddy said, yeah.
Oh my God.
We didn't come from our mama's stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my daddy says that 2 men can't make a baby.
Yeah.
And 2 women can't make
Make a baby. Yeah.
You know,
And what's
so-
the other saying that you had?
Huh?
Booties don't have babies.
Boobies, a butt can't have a baby. It's the truth. I know it might be. Some people might be appalled, but tell me when I'm lying.
Booties can't have babies.
That's an exit.
You don't
not an
remember that? You don't remember
That's
that?
an exit, not an
That's
exit.
figured.
So it just
Like,
it's the truth.
He said it's an
Tell me-
exit.
I'm trying to
first
connect
tell
the
me
dots.
lie. You trying to go into the next subject?
nah, I'm trying to connect the dots.
You don't remember this
It
conversation
ain't
we
gonna
had?
die.
I'm
That's the
saying.
point.
Where did this come from? Like,
You don't
booty-
think? Oh, you
That's
don't-
the topic.
That's the
Yeah.
heterosexual conversation.
Okay.
You don't know what?
No, I'm saying, did
Oh,
somebody
I'm like,
try to
do I
have a
need to
baby
explain
through
to
a
you
booty?
how
Or I'm trying to figure out, like, huh?
No.
Did somebody try to have a baby
No,
through
they're
their
just
butt?
using their instruments in the wrong,
trying to-
incorrect way.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
That's
that
all.
This is what I tell. This is the
Safest way to
education
say
I tell
that.
my kids.
Kids. Okay.
You in the Jones household, you can tell your kids what you want, but I'm
Yeah.
just trying to explain to you. You know, if a teacher start talking to my kid, she gonna be shocked. the information that she just.
Mr. Jones, your son told me that you came from the.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
Oh my God. Oh.
We had to remove him from the classroom because he held on the D's too long.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
said, Justice Jones said that he came from D's.
and I'll be like, no! On the phone.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Sorry, State. Sorry, State. But I ain't for that. Another thing.
Yeah.
I was in a store shopping. It was like a teen store. I was looking for some stuff. And everything is death. Death,
Yeah.
death,
Yeah.
depression.
Clothes,
All
All
of
of
the
it.
messages
Yeah.
are death.
bro.
Like,
it's bad.
I
Death
said,
and antisocial
oh my
and-
God.
I went to the mall, bro. Skulls, snakes,
Guns.
guns,
Baby
black,
girl,
you know,
Money.
There's nothing.
trying, like
Yeah.
it's
Nothing
nothing
pop-
life.
I was like, oh my God. And so the kids don't even have a choice. And so that's what's happening in these situations. You're taking away my choice.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I choose God's way, and you're trying to demonize me for choosing God's way. I choose God's way. You know, and it's simple. Why do you choose God's way? Well, God, the first verse of the Bible says, in the beginning, God created. So if I'm a son of God, and we're His children, then we are creators as well. And men can't create. Women and women can't create. That's my stance. You know, I'm not on how they talk, how they dress. Just the creation part. That's what I'm on, the creation part. And I believe that it's the will of God for nature to reproduce. Trees to reproduce, you know,
Everything
birds to
that got life,
reproduce.
got a
Everything that
seed.
has life
It got a
has
seed.
to reproduce. And if you stop production, that's called extinction. So if the enemy, the thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and destroy. If you destroy everything, if you kill everything, and if you steal everything, then there's nothing left. So I choose life. The Bible says, I set before you life, death, blessings, curses. Choose.
Yeah. I
choose life so that you and your seed may live. So if I'm teaching my kid, okay, this is the life part of this. This is what we desire, the life part of this. We don't choose the death part, we choose the life part. And the only way to produce life is for male to be with female. That's the only way. So therefore, don't come against, like, go to God. Like, that's the God thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And I don't care what type of science you come up with. Men and men can't produce kids. And so therefore, when you start teaching kids these type of practices, you're teaching extinction.
Yeah.
You're teaching death.
Yeah.
And I choose life.
Yeah.
So you know, it's fine if when you do what you do, that's fine. Don't get mad at me when I do what I do.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
because
do what want.
the thing is, everybody got a line somewhere, and then what if I start poking at your line? You know, whatever your line is, it's like, well,
Give me
I know, I
give me
went-
that bell right there.
Yeah.
yeah. Give me that bell. You know.
That went somewhere else.
Yeah, don't be poking at my line.
you,
Yeah.
whatever. Man.
That joke said don't.
I know. I was trying to stay with him, but
I didn't say
Cross-
anything.
everybody-
Church, do y'all hear it say poking at? Okay. I want to know what line this is you poking at.
Everybody has a moral line.
Oh, moral.
Please
that
say
you
moral.
cross
Say moral.
Over. So my thing is, if I say, well, can a grown man have sex with your 5-year-old? You say no. I'm gonna say, well, why not?
Right.
right.
Why do you have a conviction there?
Why is the conviction there? Right.
Yeah. So can I jump over your moral line and force you to do it the same way you trying to do that to me?
Right. So if everybody's supposed to be able to go in anybody's bathroom,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? Would you allow somebody that is practicing whatever to be in the same restroom with your child?
To a 5-year-old girl.
You know? And
way.
they might
Crazy.
and they might be attracted to her. You know?
That's a huge safety issue. That's
And
just
so
stupid.
that's what I'm saying. And like if you just make things what they are, you know, which now here's the what the growth part of what God, people go through certain things. You know, and they have certain desires, and you might be a man that desire to be with men. You might be a woman that desire to be with another woman. I'm not here to judge that and your desires, because everybody got their own little vices. But I have to tell you what God is saying, and I have to tell you the truth. I can't allow you to look at my sweater and call it white. Like, and you mad at me because this is black. This is the truth. Like, this is black. Everybody agree that, no, that's white. And you're judging me because I see it as white. No, you're wrong.
Or
And
you're
colorblind.
a bigot for not being open to it being white.
You're judging me because no, I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you the truth.
It's like it's
the
a
truth
truth
is
thing.
that
It's not a.
And so I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm giving you the truth. Men
Can't
they can't reproduce. So the first verse of the Bible, that's
And then,
what we believe.
but see, they call
God is
that
the creator.
they call that hate speech. I'm like, how can you call that hate speech?
It's not hate
When
speech.
It's the truth.
It's just truth.
Yeah, it's like saying 2 + 2 is 4. Oh, that's hate speech. No, that's the truth.
That's the truth.
You add 2.
I mean,
you
you're
put 2
living the
more.
truth. How did you get here? Let's just talk about how you got here.
Right.
There is no person that exists that didn't have
A man and a woman involved.
man and woman
Involved.
And
So
and
that's the truth.
It is what it is.
Yeah, when they say you can't stand on that, you're in a bad place. Like you're in a confused state when you say I can't say the absolute
Truth.
scientific truth, not biblical truth, scientific truth.
Yeah.
I can't say science. You say if I be scientific about it, not biblical. If I just be scientific about it, how is that hate speech?
Right.
What in the science book is a hate book? You ain't say that.
Right.
The science book is a hate book.
Right. The science book is a hate book.
It's a hate book.
The scientists are haters.
Yeah, that's hate
Yeah, why
speech.
y'all don't
Yeah.
get on them?
Yeah, the scientists are haters.
But biology is a hate science.
Yeah.
It's a class.
And you know,
Anatomy.
And so when you when you're trying to not produce, I just feel like it's opposite of the not feel like I know it's the opposite of the will of God, because you know there's nothing else in nature that does that.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so you know we might have friends that you know I'm not on them about their choices or whatever. You know, I feel like a lot of people in gospel music are gay. A lot of people subscribe to that lifestyle. You know. The culture of it sometimes is accepted as normal, you know. You know, some of them are my brothers and sisters that deal with it.
Yeah.
I love them. I don't judge.
Yeah.
They can sing. They're anointed. But if you ask me,
I'm going to tell you the truth.
now it's never going, you know, and it never come up because, you know, it's obvious that I'm going to tell you because I don't care. I'm going to tell you. But so just sing. Like let's just worship. Let's just cry together.
Hey, we can't talk about nothing.
But don't ask me. Don't ask me. Because I'm going to tell you. And wherever you ask me, I'm going to tell you. Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of my brothers and sisters that are gospel artists that, you know. But there are brothers and sisters that are gospel artists that are hetero. That sleep on, you know, with other, you know, that people, that's not their wife.
You know,
what I'm saying?
What you trying to say?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell the truth. I'm trying to give it balance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give it balance. There are pastors
Who are heterosexuals?
that are what'd you say?
Heterosexual.
Heterosexual. So it don't make it right either way. So I don't want to be like, you know, you always talking about one side of it. Now I'm gonna talk about both sides of it. If you stick your whatever into the wrong whatever, it's all wrong.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's immorality.
You know, and the women, you know, get the bad break because sometimes a woman will get pregnant.
Or like Andre 3000 call it whoop the whoop, the bleep the bleep.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
want all you whoop the whoop and all you.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you can't really tell if a man has been cheating, but you could tell if a woman, you know, if she's not married, she get pregnant, everybody can tell.
Yeah.
She's always disgraced. You know, she got to stand up before the church and all that, and the guy get away with it. So I'm not picking one
Never
side
would
of
I
it.
ever.
You know, I'm saying that you know, God intended all sexual activity to happen inside of marriage. That's just the truth. You know, now if you do it, you know, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But I still have to tell you the truth. I'm not gonna not allow you to be around me because of whatever, bro. That's you dealing with that. But when this conversation come up, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Nah, we it's cool. Hey, bro, you smell like weed. All right. Maybe that's the cologne of choice that you pick. Yeah. Maybe you don't smoke. But if you ask,
maybe you walk through a weed session. I don't know.
I have to tell the truth about a situation.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. We stand on the truth. Now, from there, you know, I'm not a person that shun people. Like, all right, bro, let's go to the store. You know, after we had that tough conversation, let's kick it. Like, you still my friend, you still my brother.
Yeah.
You know, I've been, you know, and I've learned to mature past, all right, bro, if me and you had debates on the show.
Yeah.
And right after that, like, we laughing and joking. So
I wouldn't call them debates.
I've matured.
What'd you say?
Call them more like yelling matches situation.
Nah, man.
Anyway.
Those are debates. They're just debates.
Very loud debates.
Yeah.
It's two aggressive men trying to prove their point. And most of the times, those end in guns being drawn. And so really the point is, can you get heated about a situation, have a point of view, and it not go to the point of hate, anger, y'all want to fight, you know, can you get over it real quick?
All right.
I was in Augusta yesterday talking to my brother Chris James, he's a white guy. Very, very, boy, you need to hear this man talk about the kingdom sonship. Oh my God. He and his wife, Miss Tammy. Shout out to Tammy and Chris.
Yeah.
And so we had lunch with them yesterday. And we agree on some things we don't agree on. You know, sometimes me and Chris have had debates. Black, you know, he's a white guy, I'm a black guy. We've had debates about certain things. We agree to disagree, move on. But like, let's not stop being friends because we disagree on something. And a lot of Christians can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, family members, you can't disown a family member.
Yeah.
At all.
You know, you still my brother, even though I can't stand you right now.
Yeah.
So you can't change that. But a lot of times, friends, even in church, or you find out something happened with the pastor or whatever, and you just throw him away when something. So you can't do that. So even if people have LGBTQ views, there are a lot of Christians that have views that I don't agree with, you know, and they do the political party thing over the kingdom thing. When you vote, because you're not voting kingdom, you're voting political party. You know, I vote kingdom, you know, and so when you vote kingdom, or when you have a view that goes against people that look like you or what have you, you know, okay, let's get over that. You know, let's get over that. I teach my kids. All right, you know, I had to rip into one of my kids and reprimand them, and then go back in there and hug them, love them. All right, that's over. Let's get past that. You know, no, because when I rip, I rip. You know, and I take, and you're banned it from this. Like, no, you can't use your phone until 2020 turns into a 3. Yeah, you know. Not that bad, but after that, I have to go back in there and build them up. All right, man. You know, we passed that. Let's go. We're gonna work on that together. We're gonna build this way. Let's get up and work on this. And so, as a community, if you have LGBTQ views and you're running into people that don't have those views, it's okay. Like, we don't have to be enemies. We're not enemies. We're brothers and sisters. All right, we need each other, especially African American people. We need each other. We need as much help. Okay, that's your view. Don't ask me. You already know I don't agree. So let's just go to something else that we agree on. Music, yes, I love that. Sports, yes. Let's talk that. Let's talk money, yes. Let's talk. We agree on Jesus. Amen. All right. Now, don't ask me about if you already know I disagree. Then why keep bringing it up? You know, I'm not going to change my views because some new research came out.
Or, I mean, people think you have to agree with them to show love. That's my thing.
Right.
Like, I don't have to agree with you to say that, you know, I love you, which does not equal disagreement mean hatred. No, that disagreement don't mean hatred.
Right.
And agreement don't mean equal love. Somebody can agree with you and hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And you act like two gay people don't fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Lesbians fight.
Yeah.
Gay guys fight. Everybody fight.
Yeah. So you can't.
Just because you don't agree,
You don't agree with that does not equal hatred.
Yeah.
So it's not hate speech. It's
truth.
It's truth.
Yeah.
But you have a conviction, you have a standard, and everybody has one.
Yeah.
And like I said, if I attack where yours is, you ain't gonna come off yours.
Right.
Like how if you got a 5-year-old daughter, and I say, hey, this grown man wanna get with your daughter, you're gonna fight tooth and nail
Right.
to stop that from happening. Why?
Right.
Yeah, and why do you believe that? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Anything go. That's the way you believe. Okay, well then you have a standard that you have a conviction about. Okay, then I have a standard which is different than yours.
Right.
That I have a conviction about, that I act and treat the same way as you would if a grown man wanted your 5-year-old.
And what do you think the math is to a person that says, like, who has a child and they subscribe to the gay lifestyle, and they gay, openly gay, but they have a child.
Their
Naturally,
child?
not adopted.
Oh.
They have a child. You still have to explain to that child that at one time in my life, it didn't have to be long.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be a relationship. But at one time, a male and a female, your mama, if your mom is a single parent and she has a girlfriend at the time, but she had you, she's got to explain to that child that at one time in my life,
Yeah.
I tried heterosexuality.
Yeah.
At one time,
It had you.
And that's how you got here.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna bring them up thinking that two moms produced a child, and that's just not the truth.
And that's what they want. That's what they want.
Well, it's not.
More than that, I think they want.
The kids are not. They're gonna figure it out.
They
They're gonna
want,
take a science
they
class.
want validation. It's
Yeah.
not about, these are my moral standards. They just want it to be validated, and they want even more to be validated by God. That's
But
the
the
whole
thing
thing. They
is,
want
it's
God to say, yes, that's okay. God made me like this. This is how I was born. No. They want to be validated, saying that, okay, you can do this. This is okay. They want a hard pass, basically.
In my book, there are people, man, if you're a boy that was raised by your mom, your dad not there, died, went to jail or what have you, or just walked away from you, all women raised you, you went to church, you saw your mom worship. Bro, if that's all you saw, I can't expect you to act no other way. That's how you grew up.
Yeah, but
All right.
you know where that come from? That come from women saying, I don't need men. I don't need a man.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
that.
But he's saying the result.
But when you say, okay, but when
he
you
ain't listen to my whole thing.
no, I'm just saying I'm just saying where it stems from.
I know where it
a
comes
woman
Glad you finally see
saying, I don't need a man, and then you grew up
This is
a
kinda
boy
hard.
that don't want to
Can
be a
y'all not do
man.
that?
Like, yeah.
It starts like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He chops the
You even
whole
hear
thing.
what I said?
He ain't even heard nothing.
Oh, he do the same thing. Don't use that.
Any of y'all
Yeah,
talking
but
to
it-
anybody?
So if he's raised
got the
up in that, okay, the woman might have said, I don't need no man.
Yeah.
But the man probably walked away. So sometimes a woman have to say to herself, in order to go on, that I don't need you.
Right.
So
It's not one fact.
it ain't
off of
just,
that.
it's a fact on both sides. I don't want this just to be that all on women. No, it's some, I have to say it, niggas that leave their family
Yeah.
over something else and don't return. So that child has to be raised by that mom. That mom is so distraught that she don't want to deal with no other men at the time. She
Or
don't have
determined
brothers, no uncles, whatever.
you look at
and
it.
that child is raised up by all women. How you expect them to act? How you expect them to act? Now, when it comes to me, I have an understanding of that. Now I do. I have an understanding. I didn't before, but God has matured me, so I have an understanding of that. Now, so you love them, cause you don't know where people come from. You love, bro. You need something, anything I could do. I don't care how he is, how he acts. I love him. If you ask me, though, I have to tell you
The truth.
the how God intended it. All right. If you're having children out of wedlock, if you're a single parent, I have to still tell you it's God's intention for there to be two parents.
Yeah.
All right. I have to tell you God's standard. I have to tell you God's way, I can't not say the truth just because you're in it. And that's a lot of times pastors don't want to speak truth because most of his members are in and he's not saying the truth. I'm not that. I gotta say the truth. I gotta say, bruh, you got a booger in your nose, bruh. Or I gotta say, bruh,
Your breath smell like.
Bruh,
That's always breath.
But God has given me tact, not in joking, because we joke a lot, but not in. I've learned to have taste when you're telling people the truth. You know, because there are people that tell people the truth to be hurtful though. Like, you know, I'm not that person. If a person is struggling with their breath, there's a way to tell them, you know.
And they can be delivered.
I mean, but you, there's a way to tell, because sometimes it's something wrong, like medically wrong.
Well,
not that he didn't brush his teeth, but he can't afford to get some
sometimes that
stuff.
too, yeah.
You know, and what I'm saying is I have to go and have the passion and compassion for people who struggle in certain areas and say, hey, bro, instead of people talking about them and, because there was a person in my previous life before I got, rededicated that had morning breath and halitosis. And
at night. At night. 7 p.m. Yeah.
And we used to laugh, but nobody would actually tell them. And then when I understood maturity and how to help people, and when you really love somebody, it's like, look, bro, like you got to do something about this, bro.
Because last time we talked, my eyebrows was.
Well, a lot of times people don't know.
And sometimes people know and they don't care.
Yeah. No, they care. They care because sometimes they love. They don't want to be embarrassed. They might have a problem. See, sometimes people have problems,
they might have
and we
a bad tooth, a rotten tooth,
right?
Or something
And they can't afford to get it taken out. And so sometimes they, and not to be like. What I'm trying to say is, when you love somebody, there's a way to talk to them about the issue. But I still have to tell the truth. I want you to be aware, bro. Listen, man, like, bro, your breath is bad, and that's funny. But I've had to do this on several occasions with several different things. And so man, let me know what we can do, like what we need to do.
What we?
No, because I can help him with the money to go get it fixed.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm that guy. So
I just do the gum. Hey, bro.
Nah, that gum.
Yeah.
Gum don't help some people. Soap.
Yeah.
But you need your body. You need to go through a car wash naked. Like it's something different. You need your mouth bleached. Yeah. You need bro.
Just start. You put $7 in and just start walking.
But we try not to roast people who have genuine problems. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that the love is there. So if it's LGBTQ or somebody that with different views, it's just like, man, I love you, bro, or sis, and I understand how you can come to a place of understanding like that based off your lifestyle and things that you've been through. All right? I believe the word of God, and this is what I believe, and this is why I feel this way about this, and this is why I live that way.
Yeah. They're going to get over the disagreement part because that's just not going to change. Like I can love you, but still disagree with the lifestyle. If that's gonna remain a problem, then that's just gonna remain a problem. Because I think
some people are mature.
Some people are, but the agenda is to get you to agree with it. The agenda is not to introduce it to you or show the world your pride. No, the goal is to get you to agree with this. That's why they want to. Yeah, yes. That's why the school wants the teacher, to go to these classes, to open up your views, or the school wants to take her, what was it, life insurance?
Life insurance. Now you want me to be dead.
Yeah, why would you take life insurance away? That has nothing to do with it. And we encourage you to leave.
But the whole thing about it is,
so that's not saying we're introducing something. That's saying either you agree with us or get out.
Get out.
Right.
Yeah.
So the standoff is the agreement part.
So I just feel like when she sue, within her rights, then that's gonna at least let them hear her side of it. Because you can't start forcing people to pick a side on certain things. And even when I was living wrong, having sex out of wedlock, I still knew it was wrong. I still had convictions. And I wanted to do right. I really did. I wanted to do right by God. Even though I was doing wrong, and I knew I was wrong, I still wanted to do right. So there are people that live this lifestyle that know it's wrong because they have convictions. See, what they don't tell you about is the suicide rate amongst people that deal with this.
Yeah.
They don't tell you all the numbers because the torment is not really coming from the outside. The torment is coming from the inside.
Yeah.
And so that is the God part of you screaming out, no. And so I had convictions when I was doing wrong until I had to follow peace to do right by God. And so that same conviction, if I do something to somebody else, God is like, you got to get that right. You got to get that right. You got to get that right. That voice is still leading me to righteousness. You got to get that right. So there are people you might be heterosexual, you might be doing all the things right in front of people, but you secretly evil. And so you got to get that right. And if you ask me, man, what'd you do? Man, that's wrong. That's wrong. So my standard is to pick God's way, even over my behavior. I pick God's way. I'm trying to get right. I'm trying to be. Holiness is not some thick stockings and long dresses and talking churchy and perpendicular.
And going to every church service.
That's not holy. Holy is to be in one mind with God. All right? I find out what he thinks, and I change everything about me to line up with him. Not try to change everything about the Bible. Edit it. You got some new versions of the Bible that takes all certain things out. Yeah. To switch the text up so that people won't be challenged in certain areas. No. I find out what.
Or try to switch up the narrative on certain scripture to spin it.
Yeah.
That's the new thing. Let me spin this to agree with my message.
Right. And that's why I read from the King James. That's why I try to read from the oldest version, or try to really. I'm trying to go find the one before that. And they're giving me. And then I'm searching the Hebrew now. The straight up, like what did it really say? Yeah. What like in a beginning, God created the heavens and the earth instead of in the beginning. What do you mean in a beginning? You mean there was a couple of different beginnings? Yeah. And so the Hebrew is reading way different than the English. And so sometimes we get it's one word or something that's why wicked, twisted. When you twist something, when you take something and you twist it, sometimes people don't know that what you're looking at is twisted. And so anytime you're subscribing to something that don't produce life, it's twisted. Hey, she shook. I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, boy.
Quickening over there.
She was over there quickening, boy. She had a chill, boy. The Holy Ghost here. She almost fell out. Hey, glory. Yeah. So, we can stay on this all. So I would never agree with the lifestyles.
And they gotta understand that. That's the end of the discussion.
But not just LGBTQ murderers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they don't fight back. Murderers know murderers wrong.
Some of them don't.
Yeah.
Some of them don't. We used in our generation nowadays, because it has progressed. We were like, man, you're supposed to just fight it out. Yeah. But there was a generation before that, they would talk it out.
Yeah, but they know killing somebody is an evil thing. They know there's a consequence. They know they're taking a life. Like, they know that. There's no kickback. Like, no, this is right. And there's no agenda to be like, okay, kids, y'all need to murder.
That's murky now. Yeah. And most of it is because people feel justified based off of what was done to them. Mm-hmm. They're seeking justice, so the justice.
The fight now is self-defense.
Yeah, it's warped.
So it's okay to kill.
He was gonna kill me,
right?
So I got him before he got me. They're justified. It's not just like you thinking. you know, somebody just cold just go murder somebody like Jason Voorhees or you know, just and they just stab, you know, Jason and Freddy Krueger and all the murderers back then, they had no reason to be killing people. They just killing people. They just, for no reason at all. You just got a mask and you just want to stab. You know, there ain't no reason. You know, but nowadays, you know, it's this gang, somebody shot my brother, I'm coming back to shoot you. They're trying to get justice. So that's something different.
But they still know it's wrong, though.
But in their mind,
But it would have to be. But you're saying it has to be retaliation.
They think it's just
if they don't get shot, then they don't do it. But it's retaliation. So therefore, it's not just something.
If they get shot, if
somebody gets shot, you retaliate.
Somebody's still gonna retaliate. If somebody shoot at a person and miss, and then they run off and it's over, that person is still coming back to find him because you tried to kill me. Yeah. So it's still a justice mindset. It's the same thing, because if that's the case, then capital punishment should be just no more. No, they kill people.
Yeah.
So they kill people in the name of justice. And so sometimes people feel like they're killing people in the name of justice. Sometimes they don't think it's wrong. You think that judges and lawyers that give people the death penalty go home and think it's wrong? No, they think that they got justice. Yeah. So sometimes
you're talking about something in response to something. Killing somebody, I don't think nobody feels like, okay, that's just morally right to just go around and kill somebody.
If they're doing it in response to something, just like you just said. Sometimes people are killing in response to something else.
Jeffrey Dahmer is killing people and eating people within the system, you say, okay, we put him down within the system because of what he did.
Right.
Because that was morally wrong. That's why we're doing this.
But there are people that feel like that system will never come fight for them. So therefore,
yeah, but I don't feel like there's
there are people that
there's not an agenda or a movement like the LGBT in favor of murdering people. Like there's not a movement of people trying to get agreement.
What I'm saying is, if it's not a God thing, I still have to tell the truth that I don't agree with. Yeah. That's why I say LGBTQ, murderers.
That's what I say. That's why the LGBTQ thing is different, is because they want to make it morally right. There's a kickback, there's a fight back from that. But there's no other thing where there's not a, you know, any other sin or any other movement of sin or something immoral that creates an agenda and be like, you know, we think that this is right. Like stealing, there's not a bunch of thieves like, okay, we think stealing is okay and we should force it on kids.
Yeah, but there are people that do certain things in the name of justice. Like killing is number one. You talking about soldiers and dropping bombs on people? Killing is number one in the name of justice. Like they think they're doing right. That's why they up there dropping bombs on. That's in the name of justice. So same thing with LGBTQ. Some people feel like, man, this is my right, and I feel cool with this, and I'm doing this, and I feel justified to make everybody aware. That's just their view. I'm saying, for me, whoever does not line up with what I feel like God is saying, then it's wrong, including murderers, drug dealers. Because one thing about even African Americans, there's certain things that we really feel like is cool, and it's not the will of God, like pimping. Like, we don't really, everything is pimping, because pimping has a coolness to it that we don't condemn. And so, you know, like, bruh, you know, pimping is you know what I'm saying? We never say, you know, pimping is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is. But it's a coolness to it that culturally we've accepted. You see what I'm saying? So that's no different than the LGBTQ agenda.
Or gays in the church.
It's the
we've
same.
We've accepted that too.
We've accepted gays in the church. Well, in the African American church as leaders, you know, they lead all the praise and worship. You know, it just is what it is. And, you know, we've accepted it as to be normal. You know, there's nobody that's giving that pushback. It's fine. There's maybe some, but overall, it's just accepted and it's regular. You know. You think about your church. I'm thinking about all other churches.
No, I'm thinking about all church, but I'm thinking about a show on pimps that actually pimps were saying, well, I'm doing what I got to do to live. I get it how I live. It may be wrong. Only God can judge me. They know it's wrong.
What I'm saying is, in the
Bishop
coach,
Don
and
Juan
the
said
coach,
that.
but
The
listen,
pimps
we talking
from
about the pimps
Chicago.
and themselves.
Yeah, I'm talking about the game. I'm just saying that within their heart, they know that, okay, this is wrong. I'm doing what I got to do to live. That's the mindset. It's not, oh, this is right. It's like, man, it is what it is.
Why can't
I
that
gotta
be the
get my money.
mindset of LGBTQ? Like, there are some pimps that think they're right, though.
No, they're saying
Every pimp don't think they're wrong. They wouldn't be pimping. Every drug dealer don't
that's
think
not
they're
true.
wrong.
That's not true. That's not true.
They'll
do it. They'll do it. There are people that, there's strippers that know, I want to get out the game. I'm getting my money.
Yeah,
so it's not that they don't know it.
But then there are strippers that don't think that. This is I'm supposed to do this for the rest of my life. I make great money. This is all I know.
Yeah, they know they're not doing it for the rest of their life.
You're thinking, I don't know how you're thinking, but there are people that don't think that they're doing anything wrong. They're living in darkness. There's no evidence of life around them. They grew up in darkness. They were raped by their fathers. They were raped by their uncles. So in their minds,
they have a conscience.
That conscience, which is hooked up to the Holy Spirit, is dead. That's how you dead in sin. I'm telling you, there are people that don't think that they're doing wrong.
They think they may not express that, but internally they rather not do it. Like I'd rather get money another certain way. A lot of the time, most of the time, they're doing it because it makes money.
I totally disagree.
Yeah,
and here's why. Because there are people,
do you think strippers will get up there if it didn't pay?
Well, a lot of people wouldn't do nothing.
Okay, if you got minimum wage for stripping, you think that
you wouldn't do what you did.
Yeah,
you wouldn't do what you're doing.
But if it was minimum wage, if it was minimum wage, well, you think they'll get up there and strip?
That's all work. That's Uber. That's all work.
But they still do it. Though.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
they get paid well. But what I'm saying is there are people but there are people that don't. You saying that, would they be up there if they didn't get paid well? And I'm saying nobody's gonna go to work for any job if they're not getting paid enough. So that theory don't hold.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They see it as a job. They see it as something different, bro. I'm telling you, there are people that's mine. I know you've been in church all your life.
No, I watch the documentaries, the strippers, the pimps. If you watch them and they talk, that's what they say.
Documentaries.
Okay, I'm just okay. No.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, but I'm just telling you what I've heard out of their mouth. This is what they say.
Yeah, but that's a small sample size of a couple people. And then on the documentary, don't be fooled. Sometimes they don't talk to other people because they want to push a narrative. So that's what documentaries are for.
Okay, I get that. But when you say that's not correct, I'm saying this comes out of their mouth.
You ain't asked me.
I'm saying what I'm saying is I've heard it from the horse's mouth that this is what I'm doing.
Two horses.
Oh, no, I'm not saying two horses. What are you talking about?
You talking about two pimps represents millions of pimps around the world? No,
how did you get two? Where'd you get two from?
You watched
one
documentary.
No, who said one documentary?
And now you're a pimp expert.
How did you get one documentary though? How did you get one documentary? Well, he making up them stories, but he made up. How you can make up a story that two pimps? It was one documentary with two pimps. Where did you get that from?
Here's the whole point of this.
Where did you get that from?
The whole point of this conversation.
I'm sitting there saying I heard it from the horse's mouth. He says, "Oh, well, that doesn't count." How does that not count?
I didn't say that. Now you put words in my mouth.
Oh my God!
Now you put words in my mouth.
Man, we gotta go, man.
Yes, we do.
Hey,
the whole thing is, if you have a view, I feel like you run all your views through the Word of God. You pray about them. LGBTQ, how you vote. If you got drug dealers in your family that you take money from, and all of that type of stuff. If you're a person that loves Jesus Christ, then you take all of these views to Jesus and you pray about them and you move by your conviction of what he's telling you to do, whether it goes against your flesh, whether you might lose some money or not. If you're a person that's stripped and you feel like you feel like you're justified in doing it because this is all you know, take it to Jesus. Ask God to talk to you about it. And have a will to do his will over your will. Lord, nevertheless, let your will be done. I deny my will. That's what Jesus said in the garden when he was getting ready to be crucified. Lord, let this cup pass. I don't want to do this. In my flesh, I don't want to do this. But nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. And do God's will over what's popular, So because there are certain people that live in the LGBTQ lifestyle that have a conviction from God. If you're one of those people, then you ask God to help you to get this peace that he's offering you. All right? And there's a peace that's being offered to you, a peace that surpasses all understanding, numbers, lifestyle, things that you were taught, things that you've been in. There's a peace that surpasses all the things that you've experienced through your life. You being raped, you being left alone, you're doing things for money. We had an interview with somebody that said, man, he had to sleep with whoever came in the room for money, all of that type of stuff. And then God gives you a peace that surpasses understanding. He'll give you a peace, a new experience. You start feeling like you've never been in trouble. You start feeling like you've never been left alone. You start feeling like you would never violate it. God will give you peace that surpass all your experiences and everything that you've been through. He'll start letting you feel like it never happened. So you take all of that stuff to God. I know it's easy for us to say, hey, man, come out of that lifestyle. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know you feel a certain type of way because you've been through certain things. I'm real with that. All right, I would tell you God's standard, but man, you need him sometime to come out of that. No matter where you are, if you steal habitually, you just take stuff that you don't even need, you just steal. You know, you can take that stuff to God. And so I'm not being a churchy, religious pastor type of dude that's perfect. No, I'm not. By all means, I just want you to take everything to God. Like, take it to God. Like my brother Uncle Reese said, man, I took my weed to God and I smoked after I prayed until he took it away. And then I went from this to smoking a little less and smoking a little less and smoking a little less. And so take that journey with God. Like, we're not going to be the ones that's going to get you out. He is. Yeah. All right?
All we can do is plant and water. He gives the increase.
Yeah.
So our job is to give you the truth.
Yep.
And whether you agree with the truth, that's not on us. Our job is to give you the truth, plant the seed, and then God will minister internally and give an increase, which is where the deliverance will eventually come from if the seed is there. So our job is just to put the seed in.
And we're not mad, like gay people, lesbians.
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's not, first of all, it's not you. It's not you or who you sleep with. That's not it. It's a God thing. It's an order thing. It's bringing God's order to earth's disorder so that earth can be in alignment with heaven. That's all this is about. This is not about your preference, who you sleep with, your opinion, your agenda. I could care less. I don't care. My rule in life is, hey, if it make you happy, do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as it lines up with the word of God. So I ain't got I don't know you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
First of all, like, how can I hate you? And I don't even know you. Like, I don't hate you just because, somebody you experience whatever with. But understand that don't try to force me or a believer to try to change their stance.
Yeah, and don't let your sexuality be your total definition of who you are. Like, that's all so you are is who you sleep with. You're so much more than that. So much more.
Yeah, if I was defined by my sexual,
Here we go.
I'm a humper.
All right. Thank you.
That's what I am.
Thank you for joining us in the booth today. And we will see you guys tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Yes. Okay. We got it.
I'm a humper.
All right. Y'all have an awesome day.
Like and share, people.
Yes, like and share. Stop being stingy.
Like and share.
All right, we got it.
On YouTube, on everything. Oh, and it is hump day.
Oh, it would be hump day.
It is hump day.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the house, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we get to the
Gotta be a part of everything. Okay, we got it.
I'm a one humper. Yeah.
One humper, that's a
Like a camel with one hump.
All right, bye y'all. We'll see you later.